Get ready with me while I tell you why I think my mom's boyfriend is a serial. So I want to start the story off by saying that my mom is 43 and her boyfriend, he's like 63 or 67. So already weird, but they met, I'm pretty sure, on Facebook. Like, he DM'd her. But whatever, age gaps are becoming more normal now, I feel like, so. But from the start, he lied about, like, everything. I guess the boy thing. Like, he told her he was only, like, 58, and he's actually, like, 63 or 67. He also told her he got his money from being the owner of a gas station, when she later found out that's not true either. And then something happened that, what do you expect? She found out that while they were dating, he was messaging and meeting up with his ex. I'm pretty sure his ex-wife. He also has 0 kids, but was married for like so many years. But basically how she caught him cheating was he said he went to this restaurant, and so she called the restaurant and asked like if he was there. They told her that he wasn't there, and then she checked his receipt when he was home, and it was like dinner for like 2 people at a different restaurant. My mom is just like me. Like, we will find out literally everything. I'm actually gonna let you know a little secret. My mom actually didn't even call the restaurant. She just pretended she did and then told him that she did. But he fell for it. And then he ended up admitting that he was out with his ex. But she like stayed after that because she is also like me. And they're still together currently, like on and off and stuff, but they're like about to get like married, like engaged. I'm like, but anyway, so my mom takes care of his mother. That's how like old they are. It started off subtle, but like when he would be there visiting his mom and my mom would be there taking care of her, his mom like would drop hints every time he like left the room. Like, the one time he went out to get something from my mom's car, and then his mom told my mom and was like, go look out the window. And then she was like, check your car, check your key. So I'm like pretty sure he was putting trackers on her, and he also stole her key. He won't admit to it, but it like suddenly disappeared, and he can like get into places when no one lets him in. I feel like he made a copy of her key without her knowing. But it gets weirder. So my mom would be home alone, and this guy has like insane trust issues, but he's also the cheater. It's always the cheaters that don't fucking trust you. Like, my mom would be on the phone with him, and he'd literally just be flirting with another girl, like on the phone with my mom, and he's flirting with another girl. But one time he said that he was like going somewhere, and then my mom found out that he wasn't there where he said he was, and so then he like kept trying to lie, but then he ended up telling my mom that he was just embarrassed to tell her that he was sitting outside of my mom's house watching her. What? He was like, I thought you were cheating on me. I was just embarrassed to tell you. I was just like sitting out here watching. I thought you were cheating on me. Like, literally told her that he was sitting outside her house watching her house. So all that stuff's like weird on its own, but it gets worse. So my mom would be at his house, and there's this one door in his house that is locked, and my mom's like asked him about it before, and he will refuse to unlock it. He will refuse to show her. He just tries to brush it off and say like it's nothing. And also when they were laying in bed one time, he like opened his nightstand drawer, and my mom saw that he had a pew-pew, and she was like, do you have a pew-pew? And he was like, yeah, it's nothing and stuff. But this door in his house is locked, and my mom, anytime she'd get close to it, he would start freaking out. But then this is the part that really makes me think this. Oh, also, he's like super controlling. Like when we'd be on the phone, they'd be on the phone and I would be at my mom's house, he would get so mad that I'm there. Like one time he came over, saw that I was there, looked at my mom and was like, "Well, I didn't know she was here." Like, I'm her daughter? Or I got my mom flowers for Mother's Day and he came over and he was like, "Whose are those flowers? Whose are those? I did not get you those. What are those? What are those?" And my mom's like, "Honey, like those are just the flowers that Allie got me for Mother's Day." Like, calm down, honey. She always talks to him like a fucking baby and he's crazy. And he was like, And then he had flowers, but my mom was busy like cooking or something and all her hands were full. And he like freaked out. He's like, "Okay, yep, I'm gonna go give these flowers to somebody else." And then he like tried to leave. Like, my mom is clearly busy. Maybe you can help instead of being a jerk. But just like stuff like that. And then I like turned the porch light on and like on accident instead of like the inside one. And then I like must have forgot to turn it off because I didn't realize it turned on because I wasn't outside. And he's like, "Why is this light on? Why is this light on? Why is this light on, Erin?" That's my mom's name, Erin. And she's like, "I don't even know." Because it wasn't even her. Of course she doesn't know. She's like, "I don't know. I must have turned it on accident." No, it was me. I actually turned it on accident. He's just talking crazy. And he would always, like, there would be, like, a freaking, like, 17-year-old guy worker at the store, and he'd be restocking stuff, and my mom's boyfriend would grab her and, like, hold her and, like, stare. Like, this 17-year-old boy does not want my 43-year-old mother. It was so cringy. Every time I was with him in public, I wanted to go home. But anyway, here's, like, the most insane part. So one day while my mom was home at his house by herself, and he was out doing God knows what, she went down into his basement and was looking around in there, probably because she just had a feeling. She, like, told me she had a feeling. She's literally just like me. And our intuition is never wrong. So she's going through all this stuff, and suddenly she sees, like, a bunch of, like, notebooks and stuff. So she opens it, and it's a list of a bunch of girls' names, like, their full names, their weights, their heights, their kids, their interests, what they do, what they look like, a description of them. And at this point, my mom is shaking. She took a picture of all these, by the way. And my mom is shaking. She's so scared. In the pictures, it's literally, like, so blurry because of how much she's shaking. And, like, what if he comes home and sees this? But then suddenly she flips the page, and it's her own name. It's her full government name, it's her weight, it's her height, it's her eye color, it's her kids' names, it's literally where she lives, her job, everything about her. So she's, like, freaking out at this point, as anybody would be. But she hurried and she put everything back, and because he was getting home, so she put everything back. She put upstairs, she ran upstairs, shut the door. But when he got home, she was obviously scared and stuff, but I think she took him to her house, so, like, if he, like, you know, did anything, like, she wouldn't be alone at his house. But she confronted him. She's like, "Why is my name on this? Like, what is all this?" And then he's like, "That's a different Erin. Like, that's not you." And she's like, "It literally says my 3 kids' names." And then I don't even know what he said after that. He, like, tried to, like, just make excuses and stuff. I don't even know. I think he knows he got caught. I don't know, but let me know what you guys think. I think my mom's gonna be the next victim. And he's like, he'll also make empty promises, and he'll be like, "I'm gonna buy you this Jeep, I'm gonna buy you this house, I'm gonna get you this ring." He's not done a single one of those things. The most he's bought her is perfume and flowers and teddy bears. He's, like, all talk. And how are you 67 and single but been married, like, 3 times? That's a big red flag. And he already cheated and everything else. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think, because I think my mom's gonna be next. Oh yeah, he's also trying to get my mom to get her tubes untied and have a kid with him. I don't think my mom should do that.
I grew up with really strict parents, and here's some things that I did to kind of, like, get around them. Just because I did this stuff doesn't mean I'm a bad person. I literally just wanted to live a little in high school. If I wanted to wear something to school and I wasn't, like, technically allowed to leave the house in it, I would simply just carry it in my backpack and change in a bathroom stall. Thank you, live action Bratz movie, for teaching me that one. Jade literally did that all the time in the movie, and that's where I got that idea. I would get my phone taken literally, like, every other week for the smallest things. So when this would happen, I would literally just log into my laptop on Instagram and text people on that, because I technically wasn't allowed to have social media on my phone, so there was no way that it was gonna like send messages through my phone from my laptop, you know? That kind of leads me to my next one. If I wanted to have social media, I would simply just download it when I wasn't with my parents and delete it before I got home. Sometimes when my parents would take my phone and they would try and hide it away from me, I would just use my Apple Watch to ping it. I could only do this though like when my parents were out and about, because if they knew like I snuck my phone out, they would probably freak. So I would just like get it out when they left and then put it back before they got home. If you're wondering how I knew when they were getting home, obviously I had Life 360, so I would just track them. And yeah, when they got close to the house, I would literally just like put it all back. But yeah, that's just like a couple of them. Like I said, I have like really strict parents, but that's everything. Bye guys.
Hey bitch. This is all the other fucked up shit I used to do in high school that I had recently remembered. So as you now know, I used to drink spicy water in high school when I wasn't supposed to, allegedly. And my mom had caught me. She already knew that, right? How did she know that, you ask? One time she went to go to my closet to find a shirt because we were the same size and she was going out this time. She was like, you know, in her party girl era. So was I, but she didn't know that. And she went to go look for a shirt and she kicked my purse and it went ka-cling. She did find a bottle of Smirnoff. Yes, she did. So then it kind of became routine for her to just like go through my shit because I couldn't be trusted. Period. But what does a crazy mom make? A crazier child. Yes, ma'am. I got smarter. So I would be getting these bottles of spicy water and I couldn't keep them in my house because my mom would go through everything. She would think 10 steps ahead. So I had to outdo the doer. I don't know if I mentioned this, but this is all alleged. Rah! Sorry, I couldn't come back with just this on and not give you a little jump scare. So whatever, I had to outsmart her, right? So what I started to do was I started to take my bottles of spicy water and I had a vanity that was like wooden. It was technically like a reading desk, but it had like a lip on the front and there was only one drawer on this vanity. I made it a vanity. This is how crazy I was. I used to take my bottles of spicy water and duct tape them underneath the table, like triple, quadruple, like exit out, duct tape them underneath the table. And you know what? That was a good hiding spot for a hot minute. Can I get a round of applause for the fucking creativity over here? Cause damn, I had to keep that to myself. And that was a good ass hiding spot, bitch. You know those things where they're like, if you had to hide a paperclip? Baby, you're not finding my paperclip. Anyways, that was a good idea until one night I was sleeping and the tape had come off a little bit and loud as fuck at like 3 in the morning. It was like, BAM! So then I had to come up with a new hiding spot. So as the week is progressing, I'm looking for a new hiding spot. I also had no more spicy water, so I was like fiending. I'm like looking around. Now my mom did keep spicy water in the house, but she wasn't no dummy, let me tell you that. She took a permanent marker and would mark on the bottle like where the liquid was, so that like if we did take some, she would know. Now I have 3 brothers, okay? And I'm not gonna tell you which one, but one of my brothers witnessed me do something. And I'm gonna tell you what I did, okay? Hold on a second. My mom had this plastic like handle of Captain Morgan. And what I would do is I would take some, pour it in a water bottle, allegedly, and then I would fill it up with water. But a bitch isn't stupid, right? I knew I could only take so much before the color would start looking a little too light, because you know Captain Morgan is a little bit dark. So I only took as much as I possibly could where the line was to keep the same color if I poured water. You get what I'm saying? You see, I knew that, but my one brother that witnessed me do that did not think of that. So just keep that in mind. Whatever, all during this week, I'm looking for a new hiding spot, right? And boom, it hits me when I'm leaving the house one day. I'm like, oh my goodness, I should just hide it outside, the spicy water bottle. I should just hide it outside in the bushes, because it's like reverse psychology. She's always gonna think it's in the house. She'll never think it's outside the house. Like, oh my goodness. Oh my God, I'm so fucking smart. And then I'm like, then I don't ever have to sneak it out because it's already outside. I'm like, then when I say I'm leaving, I'll just go to my secret hiding spot, take it, and then I'm good to go. I like kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Like I could, you know what I mean? Because half the battle was trying to get the bottle outside to begin with. If I brought a bag downstairs, I'd be like, let me see what's in your bag. So whatever, boom, I hide the bottle. I start hiding the bottles outside. Summer's starting to roll around. It's getting hot outside. Remember that Captain Morgan bottle, the plastic handle I was telling you about? My mom had it set on top of a wine cellar thing, okay, a wine holder. One day I'm walking down in the kitchen. I look around and look at the fucking Captain Morgan bottle. Why is there condensation in the fucking bottle? Now, I don't know about you, but do you know science? There can never be condensation in a liquor bottle. There can't, because there's no water in the fucking bottle. So I see this and I'm like, oh my God. And then boom, it hits me. My brother had seen me do that and he probably took some. I'm like, oh my goodness, this fuck is gonna blow my fucking cover. So I grabbed him and I'm like, hey, I have a quick question for you. He's like, what? What's up? I'm like, have you been taking liquor, spicy water out of mom's captain over there? He's like, why is it any of your business? You know, brothers. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, well, if you have been, just so you know, it's the wrong color. And not only is it the wrong color, you fuck, there's condensation at the top, which means that there's water in there. And there shouldn't have been any water in there. Do you understand what I'm fucking saying to you? There was no fixing it at this point in time. I mean, realistically, could we have gone, or because I knew people, could I have gone and gotten a replacement of spicy water and poured some in there to make it level? Yeah, but a bitch was broke. Okay, I'm in high school. I don't got money like that. And fuck I look like spending my money on his mistake. You know what I mean? So then it became a game to us. Every time one of us walked past the bottle in the kitchen, sometimes my mom would be cooking and we would be like, and put it back. Thank God that wasn't like her spicy water of choice, so she never really noticed. However, remember how I told you the bushes were my outside hiding area? I started to become like a forger and just keep anything that I would want / need out there that I didn't have to hide. Like, you know what I mean? So I started to create a pile of things. A lighter, a knife for protection, some scissors in case I needed to open something, my spicy water bottle, you name it, it was there. But I had them scattered throughout the front yard. Boom, summer comes around. I had forgotten about all of that. My mom comes inside the house and she goes, oh my God, guys, you'll never believe what I found in the front bushes. I'm like, dumbass, okay? I go, what? She goes, I found one of our steak knives. I found one of our steak knives in the bushes, like stabbed into the ground. And it's from our house. Like, it's our steak knives. I'm sitting there like, oh, really? She's like, yeah, like that's really scary. I'm gonna have to tell my stepdad. What if somebody's breaking and entering? She came up with this whole theory. Oh my goodness. The whole time it was me. Whole time it was me.
There's one thing I can't deny, and that's that I didn't get kicked out of school for a valid reason, because it very much was valid, and I'm not trying to flex. It was the most stupidest thing I've ever done, because now I have no GCSEs. But basically what happened was, well, there's not one specific reason, because there's just so many, but I always think about this situation, and I'll tell you what happened. Basically, well, I'll give a little summary. Me and my best friend got caught smoking in the bathroom, okay? Let me just give you a little idea of what you're in for right now. So, we were skipping, and we decided, you know, obviously we don't want to go to lesson, and she was feeling a bit peckish, and we always had backy on us, because we were like 14. We thought we were better than everyone else because we were smoking fags and not just vaping, because everyone else at the time just started vaping, and not just started vaping, but was, you know, everyone was just getting on the vapes and that. So we, you know, were sat in the bathroom. She decided she wanted a fag, and I was like, do you know what, that's not bad of an idea. But we decided we were going to smoke in the bathroom, and our bathrooms at this school had no windows and no doors. So, I mean, even if they did, that's still a stupid idea. Anyway, so cool, we roll up the fags, we smoke the fags, we flush them down the toilet, and we think we've gotten away with it. We very much hadn't, because 5 minutes later, a fucking teacher comes in. Guess what? She calls our names. She knocks on the door. Tia and Ella, are you in there? Fuck me, bruv. I'm cooked. Well, she's my best friend's cooked, actually. I'm not even the one that's cooked. My parents bought me the backy. They couldn't give less of a fuck of where I smoked it. Yeah, so we don't come out. We sit in the bathroom for 20 minutes thinking they're just gonna leave. This was the last lesson of the day, alright? I was not planning on staying in here all night. I was not staying in here all night. I messaged my best friend, you know, after 20 minutes had gone by of them trying to get us out this bathroom. The head teacher's in here, okay? We have our head of year in here. We have every fucking teacher you can think of in here. Every single SLT staff member is in the bathroom right now, okay? They actually were trying to get us out for so long. And, you know, I give up. I give in. I surrender. I'm leaving because I'm trying to go home. The most they're going to do is search us. They're not going to find anything. I'm trying to go home. We both open our stools at the same time. We look at each other and we realise how unserious this situation is, okay? This is over a fag. 2 fags. Obviously, they walk us downstairs. We do the walk of shame past every single, well, not every single classroom, but, you know, the classrooms that just happen to have our year in. Everyone in our year. So we've walked past everyone in our year who now knows that we are the ones who smoked in the bathroom, as if it wasn't obvious enough anyway. Because who in their right mind is that fucking stupid? They take us into the fishbowl, which is this room that is almost entirely just a big window on like the bottom floor of the school. And then it goes up to like, and it doesn't have a roof. So it just goes straight up, and then the top part is a balcony. And anyone who's walking upstairs can see down the balcony. They literally are telling us they are almost strip search us at this point. They're like, pull your bra forward, your waistbands, take your shoes off, like take everything off, emptying everything out our bags. And we're like, this is bad. This is bad. Like, they're proper trying to find everything that we have, but obviously we have it all shoved in our bras. They knew that. They knew where we hid our stuff. If anyone had anything, it was in some random girl's bra. There's no way you're finding that. Or some guy has it shoved down his boxers. They don't find anything, right? I don't even remember if we got a detention or anything, but yeah, that was basically all that happened. I don't actually remember much from that time, so don't remember if we got a detention or what.